It's it's time. We're on your list right now. Get off
Okay.
that, but I need to open up the Twitch. I'm coming out with a heavy hitter. This game's
Okay.
good. Okay. Wait, let me switch over. Welcome everybody. This is the fucking second part. We're finally finishing it. Okay, we're on my list. I'm doing it. Uh Trials Evolution Gold Edition. This game goes so hard. You've seen the Trials series?
I watched a lot of gameplay of it. I've just never played it myself.
It's fucking sick. You just do obstacle courses. It's a platformer, but with like a bike, and it's amazing. And the multiplayer for this game is so fun. If you're playing one of the dedicated multiplayer maps, you see everybody else like racing alongside because there's 4 lanes. And if you're doing just like a normal map together, you just see the ghost of the other person, and it's so fucking fun to try to race people in this game and try and just get stuck on one part for like 10 minutes together. It's so good. This game has the custom maps are sick. Um, they're so much fun. They can be infuriating, but when you get good at this game, there's just a flow to it. And it feels. I love Trials Evolution.
Yeah, I remember it being really entertaining to watch people go through it. Like there's just something about watching when somebody gets a good flow and the kind of crazy shit people can get up to in custom maps in that game too. Uh, it
Oh,
was
it's
it was just really
fucking
impressive
insane.
to see.
It was also great because you could win the race by flinging your body across the finish line, and there was a dedicated bail button. So at the end of like races, you would see people just everybody spams the bail button and shoots themselves towards the finish line to win. It was incredible, amazing game.
Okay, so let's see. Looking at these, I think I'm gonna go with one that I didn't think of, and I felt silly for not thinking of it because I put a lot of hours into it. Is Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Um, I really like the Shovel Knight series. I think they did a great job of making it a throwback to some of the games that like some of the classic platformers that I really enjoy, like Mega Man. It's just very satisfying movement. Each of the 4 games included in Treasure Trove, even if they kind of they some of them go over very familiar territory in terms of level design, but they play very differently because each character has a very different move set. Um, I think they do a better job with the latter 2 games, Spectre of whatever and whatever the King's one is. I want to call him King Man, but that's not right. It's King Knight. Um, but like King Knight adds in like a shoulder bash, like WarioWare. The Spectre Knight can use his scythe to like I don't know. You can wall grind with it, but he can also you like jump in the air and can slash up lanterns and enemies to like get extra height. And it can lead to some interesting combos and stuff. Um, and it's just a very fun game. The music's really good. I love the opening. Yeah, I just thought it deserved a spot on this list.
That's fair. Shovel Knight has always looked interesting. Doesn't really look for me since I'm not super into like platforms and stuff. But like I kind of want to try it at some. It's always looked like a cool series. I'm terrible with him in Rivals of Aether, but it seems like a cool series. I think it's fair. Okay, I'm realizing there's something not on this list that needs to be on this list. Huh? What?
Oh no!
What?
Maybe roller coasters. Oh no, there we go.
Oh, these aren't right. What?
Is roller coaster one word? Maybe.
It is one word. I just had to look it up in my Steam library. The Platinum Edition? It is. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I've put a lot of hours into this game over the years. It's really fun. It's a really fun park builder. It gets insane. I'm not super into building coasters. I just like building a park, and it's very fun. Um, just a really good game, really well made, and just a very solid Tycoon game. Um, which we're kind of back, but I think Planet Coaster 2 was kind of meh. But there was a resurgence lately with the theme park builders, um, which was kind of sick. But yeah, I mean it's a fairly obvious choice. I just really like the game. It's a classic, really good. It's still fun to play now. Just a great series.
Yeah, this is another one I always wanted to get into as a kid, but I never picked it up. Um, back when it's not really your you don't really have the ability to control what kind of games you get.
Yeah,
I just remember thinking it looked super cool though. I think I had like a Lego knockoff version, if I remember correctly, from this like Lego 4 pack of games, and that was the closest I ever got to it.
it's a good one. It's a good one. Would recommend it. It's sick.
Okay, I think. Let's see. Oh, another good one is Battle for Bikini Bottom. Um, I was a huge fan of this as a kid. I actually picked up the remake, but I would rather go with the original. Um, top, yeah. I just think it's everybody. I think I said this before. Everybody loves Mario 64. Before I had Super Mario Galaxy, I had Battle for Bikini Bottom. And I think this is I think this game is a better job. Well, I don't know if it's a better job. I enjoy it more than I enjoy Super Mario 64. Is a better way of putting it. You get the fun character, like fun SpongeBob characters with at least in the original game. I believe all of the original cast coming back. I know in the remake, Mr. Krabs is voiced by someone else, and I don't know if the original game had that or not. I don't remember it having that, but it's fun. I actually started replaying it yesterday, just for shits and giggles. Um, and levels are very fun. They get very creative with known locations and weird locations like SpongeBob's and everybody. The gang's dreams, basically. They get super wacky with those. Um, not, I would say, not an overwhelming amount of collectibles. Like a reasonable amount for the most part. Although I haven't collected all the socks in the game, so I could be wrong. Um, but I think it's a pretty fun game.
No, I completely agree. Um, I would love to put this on my list, but I have sadly not played it in a very long time. It was a childhood game for me. I played the shit out of as a kid. I bought Rehydrated with the intention to stream it, and I never did. Um, but I love it. I think it's an amazing platformer. Um, and I think it's amazing. I think it's really good. I have no qualms. I think that's an amazing pick. I don't think it's making my list just because I haven't played it in a very long time. But I mean, it's a good choice.
Oh, I was thinking about this one too. Not
Middle
gonna lie.
Earth: Shadow of Mordor. This game is fucking Assassin's Creed, but in Lord of the Rings, and there's a canonic you respawning as canon and the Nemesis system. Fuck Warner Brothers for gatekeeping that shit. But I mean,
Oh
the
my
Nemesis
god,
system
yeah.
is there's a reason so many people are always mad about that and bringing it up because it's a fucking incredible system. It's fantastic. The way it works in Shadow of Mordor is amazing. The story in Shadow of Mordor is sick. Um, Game has one flaw where the final boss fight fucking sucks ass. It's really bad. It's atrocious. Like the if you've never played this game and you get to the boss fight, the entire game is sick. It is awesome, flashy, fun, good feeling combat, just a great time. You get to the final boss and it's stealth around and press a button. And then do that like a bunch of times and you beat the boss. And that is it's not like a fight, it is actually how you win. It is the actual way to play the boss and it sucks ass. It is horrible. Uh However, the rest of this game is fucking incredible. It's really fun. I love Shadow of Mordor so much.
Yeah, I think I might actually have to put it on mine too. I didn't finish the game, but I remember getting really enjoying it when I played of it. And yeah, I yeah, put it on mine. Put it on mine. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't have much else to say. I just remember really
No,
enjoying it.
it's just a really good game. It's just really fun. Now, can't not put this on. There it is. There it is.
The
I
amount of
don't,
games that weren't that showed up.
Shadow of War.
Did you?
Pebble. No, mobile. Mobile. That's what it said. Interesting. Didn't
Ah,
know there was
yes,
a
the
mobile
perfect
version.
game.
Shadow of War, the successor to Shadow of Mordor, takes everything that was Shadow of Mordor and just expands it and makes it better. Um, it is incredible. There's so much fun stuff to do. The Nemesis system has expanded. There's way more fun stuff to do. The sieges are always a great time. All like there's just so it's just Shadow of Mordor but better, and the ending is actually really good. Like the ending is hype. Shadow of War is just great. I want to play the series again soon because I've played a bunch of Shadow of War. Um, it's really fucking good. An amazing game. I love Shadow of War. Just everything I said about Shadow of Mordor except the ending and make it better.
Yeah, this is one I unfortunately can't put on my list. I just haven't played enough of. When I got this game, I'd kind of started falling out of enjoying that style of open world game, and I just haven't found myself outside of like the exception of Ghost of Tsushima. I'd say it's probably the closest I've gotten to that kind of game uh, in a while. So I can't put it on my list, but I totally respect it. I think it's well worth a pick
I think it's a
from what I've seen.
very good.
Speaking of good sequels, I'm going to put Mega Man 11 on the list. Um, I think it was a big step forward after they kind of stepped back with 9 and 10 for some reason. Mega Man 11.
I tried.
Um,
Doesn't exist.
maybe type out. I don't know. Maybe Mega Man's 2 words.
Oh, this
There we
one?
go. Middle one.
That's an
I think that
action
first one's an
figure.
amiibo. Yeah.
Oh yes, the
Um,
amiibo.
the best system. I don't know why they haven't announced amiibo too.
I know. I did
Or
love training my
Crypto.
Captain Falcon amiibo in college.
Um, But yeah, Mega Man 11, like it's got a good Robot Master roster. Pretty much every level solid. There are like I would say that the return of Yellow Devil is a little bit of a downside, but they offset it by making it interesting with the speed gear mechanics in that fight. The gear system's really fun. You basically either power up Mega Man or make him move much faster than everything else on screen and like slow down the rest of the screen as a result. And it's like an extra mechanic you can do. Pretty much every weapon has a use, which not every Mega Man weapon has. Classically, you've always been like a few snickers in the roster, but this one's pretty much solid with all of them, maybe except for Impact Driver. Um, I would say like the one real downside is the music is not that good, but that's because compared to the rest of the series where every single game has a banger soundtrack. So it just having an okay, like an average soundtrack feels like a massive downgrade. But otherwise, like I love the, I just think it works really well as a Mega Man game, especially the new shop system in it.
There. I know
Well,
nothing about Mega Man. No big interest in the series. I will play Mega Man 1 in the future, but I think it's fair. I got a lot. You got like 30 Mega Man games. This is crazy.
we're we're possibly putting one more if it comes up, but
Okay.
I don't know if it's
I
gonna come up.
I don't know if this is gonna be there. Uh, what? One second. I gotta go Google. This is. I don't know if this is the one. Ooh, this is. Oh, this is some random stuff thing. Can I just get like Attack on Titan? What if I just do that? Can I find it? Oh, that's so sad. Wait! 2. There's a second one. Oh, it's called Tribute Game. Tribute Game. I didn't know there was a second one. Attack on Titan Tribute Game. This game is fucking crazy. I need to check out the second one. I also need to bring the boys into Attack on Titan Tribute Game because this thing is incredible. Attack on Titan Tribute Game is just like the world of Attack on Titan, and playing it where you are trying to take down the Titans. Now, the problem with Attack on Titan is how do you get the movement correct? Very difficult to do. This game, this little fan game, does it. It is very difficult to learn. You trying to move around in this game can be so difficult at first. Once you get it down, you are a fucking speed demon. Erik, do you know anything about Attack on Titan?
I know there's big naked men, and I think you got like jumpy wire suit things.
Yes, you have little canisters that shoot out gas to propel you, and you have 2 wires that shoot out to hook you onto stuff to propel you around, so you basically fly around and like swing. And you have 2 swords with you, and there are a bunch of naked men, different sized naked men, and you have to hit them in the nape of their neck, like the back of their neck, to kill them, or else you don't do like any damage. And getting good at that, where you're just like flying around and absolutely ripping apart Titans, feels so fucking good in this game. It's amazing. The boss battles are difficult, but like fun in this game, and playing it with the boys is like some of the most fun you can have because it's so good. Seeing them get smacked out of the fucking sky and grabbed, and then trying to rush over to kill the Titan before it eats them is so good. There's so much beauty in this game for a fan game. It's crazy. It's an amazing game. I have streamed it before, but it was a very long time ago.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
It's really good. It's an amazing game.
Okay, so on the topic of fan games, look up Mega Man Rock Force. This is another one. I don't know if it's going to come up, but
That one?
yeah, that one. So I think for now this is going to be the last Mega Man game on the list. But ever since I found out about Rock Force, I've just loved it. The gimmick for this one, aside from there being like a shop and stuff, so using like all the modern Mega Man things, just being an 8-bit style, is that you collect members of the Rock Force who are old robot masters from their games, and you can play as them. And each one has a unique moveset. They're not the most advanced movesets, but some of them can be really fun, like Flame Man can double jump, or Dive Man gets really good underwater. His weapon goes from being like a single shot to a triple shot, or like a spread shot. And I just find that to be a really fun take on the series. Getting into the only other game that's done that, in the actual series is Mega Man Powered Up, which is like a remake of Mega Man 1 with 2 extra robot masters. And I honestly think this game executed it better. Plus, you have what's unique. This is before you get to the Wily or the castle stage, since there's no Wily in the game. Is that based on which robot master you beat last, 4 new robot masters show up, and there's basically 2 different sets. So it adds some replay value because you can end up with one set of 4 or another set of 4, which is pretty cool.
I mean, sounds like a sick fan game. Again, not into Mega Man, so don't really have any interest in it, but like sounds like a sick fan game, to be honest. I respect it. Okay. I have to. Battlefield 3. I mean, I love Battlefield Bad Company 2. Battlefield 3 is also an insane amount of fun. The memories I have of just hopping on Metro and just going through the tunnels of death and the huge like battles you get there are sick. All the maps are fun. There's a bunch of dumb stuff you can do. basically everything I've said about Battlefield Bad Company 2 and this game, it's the same. It's really fun. The story I don't remember really anything about because, to be honest, Bad Company 2 had a really good story. Battlefield 3, I remember a little bit, but like it's not as good. The multiplayer though, amazingly fun, really great times. I remember me and the boys hopping on, throwing on Eye of the Tiger, and just going fucking crazy. Really great game. Great multiplayer experience, and sadly, the last Battlefield that will be on the list.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to put this one on the list, but I don't. I just don't really remember it that well compared to Bad Company 2. I think, unfortunately, Bad Company 2 was the first Battlefield game I played, and it was also the one I enjoyed the most.
I think
Not
that's
to
the
say
same.
other ones are bad. I just like that one the best, and I just don't remember the other ones as well. But
Completely
I
valid.
remember 3 being pretty good,
It
so
was
I
really fun.
understand why it's on your list.
It was really fun. Great time.
And I want to make sure I don't already have this on the list quick. And no, I don't see it. So Jedi Knight Fallen Order. Um, I think that's what it's called.
Are you
Maybe
thinking
it's Star
of
Wars. Jedi Fallen Order. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. So this game, I've basically 100%ed outside of getting Grease's plants. Not on the
the
highest
first
difficulty. I'm
one?
not that good. Yeah, it's the first one. Um, so this is the first one. I've played a little bit of the second one. I couldn't really get into it, but the first one I really enjoyed. It came at a good time for me where like I was feeling really disillusioned with Star Wars, and I picked it up and this was just a solid story. It didn't break any new ground or anything, but it was just a fun story in the Star Wars universe, and it kind of refreshed my love for it. The combat's really tight and really fun. Exploring the little hub worlds is fun, and the ending is incredible. Um, and I won't spoil it. It's just an awesome ending, or end scene, I guess. Lead up to the end scene. Um, so yeah, I just thought that should probably go on the list too.
Fair. I've played a bit of this game and I really enjoyed what I played and then didn't go back to it. It's a really fun game. Sick. I do really like it. I just haven't put enough time into it. Dynasty Warriors 7. Another one of the most played games I've had as a kid. After 6, when I got this game, I started playing the shit out of this. And I mean it's incredible. It's more Dynasty Warriors. Um I think it's probably better than I mean, I haven't played 7 in a while, but it's definitely better than 6. I really like 7. Seven's a lot of fun. Um, just more Dynasty Warriors, to be honest. It's I don't know what to say about Dynasty Warriors. Just a really dumb fun game, and I adore this.
Yeah, having never played anything, I don't have much to add there.
That's fair.
Um, okay, I think I want to go with let's see. Let's go with Portal 2 next. I think Portal 2 is a really good game. I haven't played it in a hot minute, but I have played through it a few times. Um, it's just fun puzzles, cool world. I used to have the Lemons rant memorized by what's his name, the head of Aperture. I can't think of his name right now.
Wheatley?
Cave Johnson. No, it was like Cave Johnson or something. Um, it was like the old head of Aperture who like went crazy because of the exposure to the moon dust. Um, what was his name? I don't know. But the point is, I really enjoyed Portal 2, and the multiplayer with it was a lot of fun, fucking around with your friends, and like half solving the puzzle and half just like removing portals to screw your friend over, um, get them killed by something like by a turret or a bridge dropping out from under them or whatever. I just think it's a fun game and one I should probably go back to sometime soon.
Very fair. It's not gonna hit my list, but I've had some good fun in the co-op. Um, it's a very fun game to mess around. Okay, let's finish off my Dynasty Warriors. Let's just get them all out there. Where is Dynasty Warrior? Is that Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition? This game, I think it's probably the okay. I haven't played the new one, but I think it's definitely one of the best Dynasty Warriors of all time. This game has an obscene amount of content, like just fucking ludicrous. So many characters, so many missions, so many things to do. Um, just fucking so much, man. Doing this game, it's crazy. Like Warriors, this is one of the best games up. It feels good. It obviously looks a little dated, um, but doesn't look as dated as Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires on a PC because for some reason they ported the PS3 version, not the PS4 version. Um, but 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition, just amazing. Shit ton of fun. Incredibly love it.
Yeah, I think for my next one, I want to put in Injustice, the first one, because I haven't really played the second one. But Injustice was like the first, I guess, Mortal Kombat style fighting game that I really got into. And it led to me, it kind of welcomed me into the Mortal Kombat series. Because it was very similar to, I think, Mortal Kombat 10, I want to say. Um, and it's very fun getting to beat up superheroes as other superheroes. I didn't know like all the characters in the roster because I'm not a huge DC fan. But it was very fun. I remember having a lot of fun playing as Zod, and Solomon Grundy. I think were the two I would play a lot of. But I just found Injustice to be a really fun time. The story was kind of wacky, which is always a good time.
I think it's a fair pick. I like Injustice. I've had some good fun in it. I haven't played a lot of it, but I've had some good fun in it. Fun fighting game. Battle Block Theater, but no Castle Crashers. Look, I love Castle Crashers. I've played it recently. It's fun still. It's not a top 100 game for me. I've had a lot of fun in Castle Crashers. Great game. Battle Block Theater though is special. Made by the same developers. However, it's a platformer that I'm pretty sure you can play solo. But why? Because the co-op in this game is so fucking funny, man. It's so good. Just there's so many things that require teamwork and just so many ways to kill your friends. Me and William have died laughing playing this game back on the Xbox 360. And we've died laughing playing it again on Steam for a bit. Um Genuinely obscenely fun game, a very good solid platformer. Um all the dumb customization you can get is really fun. Gambling away your points to get a weird fucked up head is really fun. Um, it's just like I don't think I had a platformer on before, and I don't think there will be one after this. This is just the most fun I've had with a platformer. It's such a great co-op game. If you have a friend with you that does not get like angry at video games, and you play this with them, and you just have a good time, it is some of the most fun you can have in co-op. It's such a great game. I love this.
Okay, this is another one. Being a PlayStation kid, I just never played. But it was funny as you were typing Battle Block. I was like, "Wow!" I started picturing Castle Crashers, and I saw like the guy. And I was like, "Wait, isn't this a Castle Crashers thing?" And it sounds like they're related in some way.
Made by the
Um,
same developers. If you own this game, you can play Castle Crashers as that dude in the hat who's the villain.
gotcha.
But yeah, made by the same developers. Really fun game. Um, an amazing platformer and a lot of fun. Going for 100% completion on levels is so fucking funny. You yell at your friends so hard, and it's so good, incredible. There's a mechanic in this. So there's emotes, so you can cry. The big thing is you can press a button that's like basically dedicated to crying. Um, and there are so many jumps that require your friend to lift you up because when you get to an edge, you can put your hand out. So when your friend gets near you, you can lift them up when they get there. And just standing on an edge and just watching your friend jump repeatedly, asking and begging for you to let them up as you just sit there and cry is so fucking funny. It's so good.
Yeah, I can see that being a lot of fun.
Great game.
I think on the topic of platformers, I want to go with the original Mario 3. I know I said the original. I guess there's only one Mario 3, but
Super Mario 3?
yeah, Super Mario 3. Technically, I played this on the Game Boy Advance growing up. I don't know if that version's on this list in any way. I couldn't probably pick it out of a lineup. But I've still got my copy. I still think it's a really fun game. Oh, there it is, actually. It's the number 4.
This one?
One to the right? Nope, to the right.
This one?
That one. Yeah, because it's like Super Mario GBA 4 or something. And I mean, it was literally just Mario 3, but with a Game Boy. That's it. And it was very fun. Just a cool map. I guess I was playing with slightly different graphics, I think, if I remember correctly, from like the actual Mario 3. But this was a game I beat through a few times. It was cool having like the different suits, like the frog suit or the Tanuki suit. And I think it's just overall one of the Marios that's probably the earliest Mario that's aged the best. Like Mario 1, you can go back and play. It's like, oh yeah, I get it. But Mario 3, I think, is the first real Mario game.
I don't know enough about the series to care about that take. Mario will not be making my list at all. Not super into it. Odyssey was fun, but that's about it. I think it's a fair take though. Mario deserves to be on the list. I guess I should put it on.
Yes. Not C.
What? What? There we go. Okay, Bloons Tower Defense 5. Um, I contemplated it. Yeah, I have to put this game on. I think it's better than 6. I like 5 more. I have more fun in 5. It's just a really fun game. Mixed with co-op, it's a great time. Very simple, very easy, but a very good game to just mess around and do a run. Fun upgrades, fun towers, none of that fucking crazy bastardized repaths, only fucking crazy. TD5 though, beautiful, amazing, love it, perfect, simple, incredible. TD5, great.
I think I played 4 was the only one I really played as a kid, if I remember correctly. I played 6 later on. I don't know if I ever played 5.
That was good.
I think for my next one, I want to do Fraught, HROT. No, HROT. No way.
Oh,
Yeah, that one. So Fraught is a game. I want to say it's by is it Czech developer? I think Czech. Might be Hungarian or it's some like former Eastern Bloc country developer, and I think it's Czech. And it's like he coded it himself. I think in his own engine, from like the ground up, basically, to be like a Quake style game but set in this weird, nightmarish, I don't know if it's post-apocalyptic or dystopian, you never really get the full vibe, version of like 1970s Czechoslovakia. And all the creatures in it are really strange and off-putting. The combat feels really good to play. All the guns feel pretty solid. It's got weird humor to it in places that doesn't really detract from the mood. Um, I often play games, especially now because my attention span is shot to shit, while listening to something or playing something. But this game, whenever I played it, I just found myself just fully engrossed in the vibe of the game. Excuse me. It just would lock into it.
I think it's fair. You've said some great things to me before about this game. It looks interesting. I will definitely check it out in the future. I used to be like that where I need to have something in the background while I play something. Now I just focus on playing it, which is nice. The only thing I do like watch stuff when I play is like Rocket League when I'm just grinding. Um, but yeah, no, I think it's a fair choice. This game seems cool. Game seems weird. Okay, before I get into new, let me see if there's any games that need their sequel or any other from this. Take a game. Like there's some maybes. Like maybe Forza Horizon 3 might make it. Maybe Pokemon Emerald might make it. Maybe Dead Rising 3. I think if I'm going the sequel route, I think I need to go third. That's the fourth. Saints Row 1? Yeah. Saints Row, the original. Uh, I still think it's good. I do think it's better than 3. Uh, very gritty. Didn't get too wacky until 2. It still had a bit of zaniness, but it was a little bit more subdued. Just a fun, uh, you know, GTA like, really good. Adore it. Had a shit ton of fun. Going around, going in crazy and car chases. Just an amazing GTA like. Not as good as Saints Row 2, but because of how much I've played, how much I love this game, it has to be on the list. I adore it. It got me into Saints Row. When I got Saints Row 2, I was so excited because of how much I've played this game. Really great. It's an amazing game. Also, the Saints being purple and gold is sick. Like, just a great color scheme.
Yeah, Purple and Gold's a solid scheme. Um, yeah, nothing really to add on to that one. I think in a similar vein, I'm going to throw Doom 2016 in the list. Um, I think Doom Eternal is generally better, but 2016 was the first one that really brought Doom into the modern era, and really just revitalized, I think, the franchise in a lot of ways. I honestly kind of enjoy the lore and the story of the first game a bit more than the second. Um, the second just goes a little bit too over the top sometimes. I think it's cool, but there were some mysteries and stuff set up in the first one that I think worked better as mysteries. Um, but the world was cool. The Doomslayer was cool. The guns were all pretty fun. Um, it's an overall really solid game. The soundtrack was incredible, especially the way it seemed to kind of weave into the gameplay.
Yeah, it's fair. I liked what I played of Doom 2016. I think it's a really fun first person shooter. No qualms here. Um, Still trying to think if I want any other. I don't. There are some that are maybes, but I think I'm gonna hold off for now. Ravenfield. I mean, I think there are problems with this game, which is why I haven't really put too much time into it lately. I think there needs to be an AI upgrade of what they're capable of. But besides that, this game is fucking. I love it. It's just like I would love a weapon progression. So you just level up weapons when you use them, even for modded weapons. It would make me play this game a lot more. But for what it is, I love Ravenfield. Just Battlefield, but focused entirely on just playing with AI and a shit ton of modding support. And it's just a shit ton. You do so much with this game. You can make it whatever you want. kind of like Arma 3, but for Battlefield. It's amazing. It's a very fun game made by like a solo developer. Great.
Yeah, Ravenfield's a lot of fun. I don't think it's gonna make my list, but I have had a good time in it, and especially since you recommended it to me and you turned me on to it. Like it does kind of scratch that itch. And the amount of silly stuff you can get into with workshop mods is pretty impressive. Even
Yeah.
if they don't always work out exactly right when you're on like a big map and the AI just funnels straight to the center or like right down one lane.
Yeah,
Um,
the AI has some problems with this game. That's like the biggest problem. But if you can look past that, it's
Agreed. Agreed. Um, I'm gonna go with. I feel like this might be a bit of a basic choice. And at this point, I think the game might be a little played out, but I think it deserves a spot on the list. Is Superhot. Um, it's just a really creative game. Really fun. The graphics were cool, like the way that you have all the very stylized. I don't know. It just made you feel like a badass when you were playing it, like very John Wicky. Um, I don't know. I just think it's a really good game.
I think that's fair. I've never played it. I've always seen it. And all the videos of it look really cool. I think it's a awesome indie game. Very fair. VR game also looks sick. So I think it's just a good choice. Um, right. Uh, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Fuck off with Siege, okay? I played a lot of the Siege, okay? And it's mostly because my friends forced me into it. Rainbow Six Vegas 2 is where it's at. This game is at best, you could say it's clunky. At best. But boy, is it fucking fun to play Terrorist Hunt with the boys. Me and Michael used to play the shit out of this game. And then we played it a bunch later, and it's still really fun to play. And just watch your friend get mowed down in front of you while you're on veteran because he simply peeked the wrong corner and he got ran up on. It's really fun. Made me another one of those games where it's like just playing against like a horde of AI is really fun with a friend. The reason I ever got Siege and why I initially bought it and me and Michael bought it was because they had Terrorist Hunt. Like fuck it, we're going in. And that honestly, like my first 100 hours of Siege were strictly playing Terrorist Hunt with Michael. Um, because of how much fun it is. But Siege is not as good as Vegas 2. I love Vegas 2. Too good.
Yeah, I never played Vegas 2. I have played a bit of Siege. I remember getting the beta actually when it was coming out. Apparently, the game has changed a lot since then, from my understanding. But that seemed cool. So, what's the terrorist hunt mode?
You choose a map, and there are, depending on your difficulty, there's like 30 to like 45 enemies on the that are in the map,
Oh
and you have to
yeah,
clear the
I
map.
vaguely remember this in Siege now. Okay.
Yeah, you basically just have to clear the map, and it's hell on harder difficulty. But it's so much fun. It's really good. The armor customization stuff was sick. Weapons were really fun. Just a great little game mode.
I think I want to go with um weird one, Mario Party DS. This was my Mario Party as a kid. I didn't really get I didn't have a GameCube, but I did have a DS for a while before we got the Wii. And I played the crap out of this. It's I think Picto if you're looking for it, and that might have to go on my list too if it's on it. Um, yeah. Well, that reminded me though, another
Oh, stay
game.
on this game. Stay on this game.
I just writing it down so I don't forget. But yeah, Mario Party DS was just fun. So the premise was like all the Mario game gets shrunk down to really tiny. It's just for me it was just kind of like a stand like it's the it's the picture of what I want a Mario Party to be. Each map is kind of creative and weird. All have their gimmicks. You got a good amount of maps from what I remember, good amount of mini games. They all made use of it being on the DS, of course, sort of better and for worse. But most of the games are pretty fun. I remember having a lot of fun with the one where you're all like walking around a globe and shooting at each other with paintball guns. That was pretty fun. They got very creative with the tiny premise, or the premise of you all being tiny. And I think they had boss fights in the game too, if I remember, in the story mode, which was kind of interesting. Like a special mini game against the boss at the end of the once you beat a map. But yeah, the game was a lot of fun, and I have a lot of good memories with it.
Fair. Mario Party's fun. Not getting my list, but like it's a fun series. Just a good time. Army of Two: The 40th Day. Another one of those games, kind of like Resident Evil 5, where it's just one of the best co-op experiences. It's so fun. I haven't played the other two Army of Two games. I found out a couple of years ago. So every couple months, I go on Steam and I just look up Army of Two to see if they've ported it yet. And they never have. Let me actually do another check. Just a quick check to see if maybe they've done it. One of these days it'll happen. Not today. But Army of Two is amazing, very fun co-op game, incredibly good weapon customization. Just a third-person cover shooter, with some great gameplay, fun story. I think you fight a tiger at one point. You can put a soda can as a suppressor. Just really great. And I found out. So me and Michael used to play this game together, like a shit ton. We up the shit out of it, and it was so good. Because I always look it up, I was telling Michael that I occasionally look it up. He was like, I do the same thing every couple months. I'm looking on Steam to see if it's on there. I'm like, yes, he knows. It's just an amazingly fun co-op game. Just a great time. Would heavily recommend.
Yeah, I've never played it. I think I've heard of it, but definitely never played it.
It's crazy, but it's an amazingly fun game.
So the first game I thought of, and we're anything with another DS game, so we'll go with this one first. Is Drawn to Life, specifically the first one. Fuck the second one. The second one really made me mad as a kid. But the first one, like, it was fun. It was like a platform where you could like draw your own characters and equipment and stuff. I mean, obviously it was very like generic with what they did. Like you couldn't really influence it that heavily, but it was really cool, and you got to be a bit creative with what you were drawing, making your different characters. I remember the story of the first one being really sweet, and then the second one, a kid fucking dies, and the whole game is them on their deathbed or something. And I remember getting to the end and being like, "What is this? I don't care if this is a sweet story. I'm mad now because I thought I was on a magical adventure." And funnily enough, this is actually the second time that happened to me because of the movie Bridge to Terabithia, but I'm not going to go on that.
I was going to bring up Bridge to Terabithia. I was going to be like, Bridge to Terabithia escape. Damn!
Yeah, oh my god. If I could just, very quick, I won't give the full Bridge to Terabithia rant, but they marketed that movie like it was going to be a Narnia, and then you get in and a kid dies. It was like, oh, they're gonna have magical adventures in the other world.
Nope.
That'll solve their problems in the real world. No. It's a child death.
Child mortality is real, and watch it on screen.
I get it. They had to advertise it as Narnia because no one would have wanted to watch a child die. But God, I left that movie angry, not upset, and like sad in the way the author intended or the director intended, just angry. And that's what Drawn to Life 2 did to me.
I was sad. A child died. It's fucked up as a kid. Because I thought my ass was going to live forever. And then there was this kid. She dies. Damn.
And she dies doing something fun, too.
We do that? Well, I mean, fair play on the game. My version of this game is probably not making the list. Scribblenauts probably not making it, but I respect it. Actual trauma. Hello, Josh. Right. What do I really want to put on here is the big thing. I think I have to, be- not like I have to. But I was holding it because I'm gonna say it wrong, but I need you to understand this is the correct way to say it. Visera cleanup detail. I get it. The word is visceral. However, fuck you. It's called Visera cleanup detail because I said it. This game is fucking awesome. You're a janitor. Fucking sick. That's it. You go after like, a big mess has been made on like space stations or just underground stuff where, a horrible accident has happened. It's fucked up. It's sick. You're just cleaning up uh all these body parts and gore and just trying to get 100% completion. It's fucking insane. It's really calming to play with the boys until they spill a bucket. And then it's constant swearing. And honestly, the rudest things you can say to a person are said the moment someone tips over, your pile of buckets or spills the fucking glitching out biohazard bin. It's so good, so fun. The DLCs are really good, especially House of Horror. Going in after, like a normal slasher movie, um, and cleaning up after it is a great idea. It's just like an amazingly fun game. Excited for the second.
Yeah, I know you love this game. I
All right.
remember enjoying watching people play as a kid. I have not played it myself, and that's because I know I would just get upset. Um, I get very frustrated by things where I can't exactly do what I want to do, and I know what I want to accomplish, or like hunting things down kind of games like that. And I know I would just not have fun with it. But I know how much you and Trent enjoyed this game. So I
So sick.
respect why it's on your list, but
Shout out
this
to
would
the
absolutely
Soda
not
Factory
be on it
custom
for
map.
me.
Soda Factory custom map. You're fucking sick. Okay, it's just a map that manufactures soda, and you just have to clean up like thousands of soda cans for the most part. And there are so many assets in the map that you can't make spills for like the first half because the game won't allow spills to happen if there's too many assets. Uh Fucking sick, awesome, horrible. The moment someone spills something, incredibly fun. Also, I got you, John. I know it. I know how it's supposed to be, but it's not supposed to be that for the game. Sorry.
Speaking of custom maps, I was thinking about this one because I avoided putting it on the list for the first stream, but I think I want to put it on the second time. No, not that one. That one's still staying off the list because I hate everything else about it besides it. No, actually, you're gonna be embarrassed that you wrote that in. World at War. Yeah.
Yes. This one.
Uh, no, not anime World
Oh,
War Two. Definitely
damn.
not that.
What? Papa.
If you gotta do Call of Duty World at War. Um, I think Call of Duty, World at War. Um,
I did say Diddy, huh?
I mean, what is there to be said? Like that hasn't already been said. Like the campaign is incredible. You get the introduction of Reznov, who carries on to the Black Ops One and Black Ops Two in a way. Um, oh my God, hold on, hold
I
the
don't want that
phone. They've got the
crap.
iOS version. Oh my God, that's going on this list too. Um, technically, I don't
Yeah,
actually know if it is. It might.
yeah.
But the custom maps for World at War are just incredible. Like the amount of zombies maps you can play in that. I mean, before I had Black Ops 3, I had World at War. Even though I got it later on in life than I know you did, Ben. Um, but it does deserve to be on this list.
Only downside of this game is the hit reg in multiplayer. Besides that, this game's sick. It's amazing. I 100% agree. I'm glad it's on here. It deserves to be, okay? It's a real video game for real boys. Are you a real boy?
I don't know. Maybe.
Uncertain. That's not great for the purpose of this setup, but we're good. We're good. Um, I think this game kind of has to be on here because I do love it. Empires of the Undergrowth. RTS, but it's for ants. You control an ant colony or like a termite colony. Um, and it's just a really solid RTS. Really fun. I'm a big ant guy. I think they're really cool. Um, and this is like the best ant game we'll ever get. Never get a better one, sadly, because it's a topic. But it's
What
really
about Bugs
fun
Life?
building. What's up?
What about Bugs Life for the PS1?
Sorry, trash, trash movie, trash game. Ants goes way harder. ANTZ, that shit's sick. There's war. Um, it's
Sorry, I
a
cut you
fun.
off. I said to get that in there.
No, you're all good. It's a fun game. Really good. The fact that your resources are the enemies you kill a lot of the time is really cool. Really interesting concept of fight killing and then like collecting your enemies. Um, add some good strategy to it. Really fun. Just a great game. Love it.
So are you always playing as ants versus this other bugs, or are there like other bug factions?
So it's usually so the best part of the campaign is that um so the way the campaign runs is you take part of missions. Usually a set of missions they're part of like a single colony, or it's usually just like it's actually no every mission is a different colony in a different scenario based. But they have
Hmm.
a narrator, so it feels like you're playing through like a nature document.
Oh,
And
that's
the
cool.
narrator's really good. So like whenever you find a new bug to fight, it talks specifically about like the bug using its actual like species name in Latin, and giving a brief description about it. It's really fun how it is, and you're basically an ant in a scenario. Like the first one is basically a tutorial. Uh you're just starting out as a colony, and you've got to conquer the wooden log you're in. Um, every mission also has a challenge mode where there's an extra challenge. Like the first mission, there are mole crickets digging into the log that you have to fight, and will break through into your nest every once in a while. Um, but for the most part, you're just trying to conquer the environment, and a lot of the missions also have like other ant factions. So like a different ant species or a different colony that you have to fight and raid their nest. It's really good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I think
It
the closest I ever got to having a documentary game was March of the Penguins for Game Boy Advance, and let me tell you, not a very good game.
that I it doesn't sound like it. I'm gonna be straight up. Doesn't sound like it.
Well, that did make me think of a much better GBA game that I want to put on next, and that is Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Um, this was my first Kirby game, and I absolutely loved it. Um,
What?
the Amazing Mirror. Um, yeah, yeah, I think that's the one. It's hard to tell because I don't remember the box art at all. I just remember the cartridge. And God, this game was fun because you got to explore the big open world. Well, I guess not open world, but like this side-scrolling world, lots of cool power-ups. And I don't know. I just remember I played the crap out of this as a kid. And I played it, I think, a few years back again, and still found it. It holds up really well. I think the art style for it is great. Excuse me. When I think of like probably my most one of my most played GBA games, this is up there with Pokemon, for sure.
Damn. I want to get
Yeah.
into Kirby at some point because watching Northern Lion play that speed run old NES game, it was Kirby looked really fun to be honest. So I kind of want to try it at some point. Good shout. I respect it. I can't I can't say anything about that. Fair, pretty fair. Um, so I'm starting to have problems, but I think it'd be weird if I didn't put one of these on the list. Um, so I do think it has to go on here. Alright. Don't worry, I'm looking through. That's the original. It's not real.
It doesn't exist.
It's actually
Maybe you need to look up John Creed.
man. What's different? What's different? I don't get it. The stream misses out on me losing my mind trying to search up games. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I think 4 is probably the best. I have strong love for 1. But Brotherhood, I've just played the shit out of this game. Brotherhood is great. Amazing. Um, Amazingly fun, great story. Assassin's Creed goes hard. I love it. Um, just a great time. Brotherhood is sick. The story is fucking wild. Uh, Templars are a fun faction to fight. Setting of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is sick. It's honestly just great.
Yeah, you recently convinced me to pick up Brotherhood, and I started playing through it. I'm not very far in. I've basically gotten to when you can go to Asar or something, or Jerusalem. It was like 2 cities you can go to.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
gonna
after
stop
the
you there
first
though.
big
That's not
kill.
Brotherhood.
Oh, that's not Brotherhood? I'm thinking of the first game. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
I thought this was
original
the first
Assassin's
game.
Creed, which I do have a lot of love for.
Gotcha.
This is the 3rd game, but it's not 3. That's the 5th game.
Right. Yeah. Okay. My bad. But I don't know. I've enjoyed it so far. I have not played Brotherhood. I remember. I think I still watched my friend play it a little bit once in middle school. This was the same friend who convinced me that you connected to the Animus via your penis, and made me never want to play an Assassin's Creed game because it seemed too adult because of that.
Fair.
I've since discovered that this is not the case
Not the
at
case.
all.
Not how it happened.
This is a mere boyish lie. But I can if it improve. I can definitely see where the first game could improve a lot to make a really interesting and fun game. And I remember hearing a lot of good things about Brotherhood. Now that I know which game you're talking about, because it's the one with Ezio, right?
Yeah, this is the second one with it.
Okay. Okay.
Very fun. Very fun.
Um. Yeah. So you were saying I can't believe I don't have one of these games on, and I just realized another one that I can't believe I don't have on is Guitar Hero 3. I still play this game a lot. It's really big in my family. Yeah, that first one, Legends of Rock. Um, Played the crap out of it. I suck. I've only recently, as a kid, I couldn't really play medium. Now I can kind of play medium. I'm not very good at it. But there's just something very fun about that kind of rhythm game. Getting to play some great rock tunes. The story is silly with you getting to fight the devil at the end. And they had the fun. I mean, I always liked it. I don't. Nobody else I ever played with liked it, but I liked the mode where you could play competitively and like attack each other with power ups. I thought that was a really neat idea. Um, but yeah, one of the things it might have been Guitar Hero 2. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3. But every one of my traditions at the first day of summer every year was to get up and play "School's Out for Summer" by Alice Cooper on Guitar Hero. And that was like, the first thing I do in the morning. Um, and yeah, just really fun game.
Yeah, I've had fun with Guitar Hero. Never got into it because I was never good at it. So I didn't really get the controls. It was never enough to like play it even decently. But it's a fun series. I respect it. Um Fuck man, I had a game and now I don't have it anymore. What the fuck,
Oh
man?
no!
What was I thinking of?
You were talking about Assassin's Creed, then Guitar Hero.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was weird. It weirdly popped into my head. I was like, "Oh yeah, no, that game has to be on here." And then I don't have it. And the problem was, I was like, I need to remember this because it's not like a game I've played a lot recently. So this is fucked up actually that I don't remember this.
Oh
Um,
no!
this is absolutely unideal. Um, I guess we'll throw something else on there while I try to remember. Uh, Green Hell. Green Hell's really fun. Um, it is what's it called? It is basically the forest, except if it was more realistic and way fucking harder. This game is very difficult to survive. You have macros with the macronutrients, which you need to like maximize. You need to get enough of a balanced diet to have energy throughout the day. Creating fire is a problem. Keeping fire is a difficult thing. They've updated this game a ton. Just like playing this game solo is genuinely horrifying in a different way um from the forest, because there are like tribes that will attack you if they see you, but they're not the scary thing because normally you at least hear them. The problem is all the fucking creatures. Jaguars and tigers are horrifying. You do not hear them until they are jumping at you. And the problem with is in this game, if you get like a scratch or like a laceration, you can just straight up die because it's that dangerous. It's really in depth, really fun. You would think, oh, I'll go sleep in a cave because that's sheltered. Then you fucking die by getting stung by a scorpion in the middle of the night. Horrifying,
God.
terrifying game, really difficult, an amazingly fun survival game, super satisfying to go through, and
Yeah, that sounds pretty intense. I don't know if I'll ever pick it up, but it sounds pretty crazy.
really good.
Um, so this is one I may be mocked for, but I've got to put a Sonic game on because I did play a lot of Sonic as a kid, and I was like, I don't want to put Sonic 1 on because I not that no none of the 3D ones. Um, but Sonic Rush for the DS. That was like I think the best Sonic game I played. Second one over with the cat. I just remember this being a lot of fun. I think they got the speed right because one of the problems, like especially the first Sonic, is you move too fast for the camera and you just be like way up at the front. You couldn't see what was coming. Also, the first Sonic was not designed with speed in mind for some reason. It was designed to be a challenging platformer that punishes you for moving quickly, which is the opposite of what you want out of a Sonic game. And I didn't want to put Sonic Mania because I only really played it and beat it recently. I think it's a really good game, but I couldn't really put it in there on like just in good faith. But Rush, I remember really enjoying as a kid, and I think some kind of Sonic representation has to happen on my list.
Fair. I don't really fuck with Sonic, but fair reasons. Um, I still
Didn't
can't think
play
of the
Sonic
game.
Adventure 2, Josh. The only 3D Sonic I played as a kid was Shadow the Hedgehog, and that's definitely not going on the list.
Get fucked. Um, bit interesting. Sonic.
You need to have a Sonic game, Ben.
No, I don't. No,
You must. The blue blur demands it.
no, it's not happening. Far Cry 4. I get Far Cry 3 is probably the popular pick, but I've played so much Far Cry 4 in my time. I love Far Cry. I think it's a really fun series, but 4 I've just played the shit out of. 5 has some really fun co-op, but 4 there's just so much fun in this game. It's just a great time. It's Far Cry. It's relatively simple. The villain is fun, not 3 levels of fun. But he's still good. Just a fun game to mess around with, really. A lot of cool things you can do, a lot of fun weapons. Uh Honestly, it's tough to be like, oh, Far Cry, that is so insane. But like it's really just a fun game. And that's all I really need.
I never played a Far Cry. This is the one where if you wait long enough, you just win the game at the start, right? Because the bad guy comes back and like just takes you out on your tour, or whatever you're trying to do.
I don't know. No clue.
Because this is like the Thailand or like
Yeah, this is
Himalayan,
Thailand.
right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
like
So I
the
think, from my understanding, because I see the guy in the purple suit, he like goes on a phone call at the beginning of the game, and if you just stay still long enough, instead of like getting up what the game prompts you, he just comes back and you like go and spread your mother's ashes or whatever your goal is, and you just beat the game and leave.
huge. Let's
And I'm
go.
always a fan of nonsense endings like that. It's just
That's
like,
fucking
yeah, you know
sick.
what? Fuck it. Like that's great. I think that's great.
No, I respect
Next
that.
up, I think next up for me, I want to put on. I'm starting to get height on my list of extra games. I think I'm gonna put Dusk on this list. Dusk is a really solid throwback retro FPS shooter. It's got weird graphics that look intentionally kind of ugly. But I think it works. You just get immersed in the art style. It's very fast paced, very frantic. The music for it by David. No, David Smansky's I think the actual game maker. Who's the Andrew Halshall? Made the music for it, and the music and score is incredible. Um, the world is creepy and weird. And I just think Dusk is a really fun game.
I think that's fair. I think it's always looked cool. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever like super. Um, but I think that's a fair shout. I think it's tough to go against that. Um. Oh yeah. I'm just I think that's fair. Um. I'm still trying to think of that game I previously. I don't think I ever will. There's gonna be things I miss on this game. Like I will straight up. Um. Sorry, Josh. I know you're talking about Nier Automata, but I'm gonna be straight up. That game is never getting on my list because I'm still mad about it. That I spent like 3 hours trying to beat the first level of that game, only to realize that it's impossible on low FPS. Like genuinely impossible. You can't get through a certain like closing door section, and I thought I was just bad at the game until I finally got so mad that I looked it up and realized that if you're just on low FPS, you can't make it in time. Fuck that game. Um, I adore this game. Cook, serve, delicious. This game is great. Um, it is a like rhythm cooking game where you you will get a dish. Say the simplest one, like a corn dog. And if someone comes in and orders a corn dog, first you have to click the number of the order. Then you bring it out and they'll tell you what they want. So sometimes they'll ask for a plain one, you click on it and you just press enter. Just do that quick, customer served, happy. Sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I want ketchup." Click you get the order, press K on your keyboard, press enter. Ketchup, mustard, K and M. And that's of the simplest one, very easy. It gets insane with the amount of like toppings and things you have to do to cook a recipe. And it's so stressful, but with how the game works, everything is built around you trying to get better and the game getting harder as you get better. So if you're doing poorly, not a lot of customers will come through, which you won't make a lot of money to buy new recipes. Um, so you'll have to like get good at yours that you currently have, but also you'll have less customers, so you'll have less like orders to deal with. You do better, more customers will come, making more money, but it gets way more stressful. Really fun balance, really solid gameplay, just a shit ton of fun. An amazing game.
Yeah, I know I've seen you play through it. It seems like it can get pretty intense at times.
It's
I don't know if
crazy.
it's a game I would play personally, but it seems like if you're into that, it could be a lot of fun.
I got Trent to play it, and he was like, "Oh, wait a minute, kind of clean. Yes, he gets it.
Okay, so going back to one that you obviously said wasn't going to make your list, I'm going to do Scribble Knots because this is another game that I played a lot as a kid.
Not making the list. I respect it though.
Actually,
I
which
like
one?
that.
I don't remember. I wish I still have my copy. I don't think I do anymore. I think the second one. I don't remember what the second one was. I think that was one with the
Unlimited.
adjectives. Yeah, because I remember really enjoying once I could start adding adjectives and adverbs and
I
stuff.
think I'm
Obviously, adverbs
100%
are
of this game
adjectives.
on Steam. I think.
Um, like this game is just so much fun. You can be so creative with it, and they can get really obscure with some of the references. Like you can summon like Cthulhu and stuff.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't expect a kid to know that. And then there were all the weird things that weren't really words, like gaff or whatever, like the floating ball. I think it was called a gaff or something. You remember that one? But like,
No.
or like
Sorry.
it was just there were just like weird secret ones you could do to summon in things that would help you out. I just had so much fun with this as a kid. I think it's just a fun, creative puzzle game.
Fair. Fair. I think it's cool. I think it's a really fun series. Jack and Daxter's not making the list. I've never played. I think it's a really fun series. I just don't think I'm as into it as I need to be for like a top 100.
See, I was thinking about Jack and Daxter, but I only had the first one, and I did not get very far into it as a kid. I enjoyed it, but I was not good at it.
Adult Stations Pacific. This game is weird. Um, it's you control ships and planes in the Pacific War. Um, and that's kind of it. I really like naval combat. I'm gonna be honest. I like sinking ships. I think it's one of the most satisfying things you can do in a game. I really like it. I've played the shit out of this game. Really fun to launch planes, dogfight in the air, then go in for torpedo runs with flak everywhere. Really fun game, big scale, with how much you can do. I would spend so much time in the training mode just sinking all the random ships they place around. Really fun game, underrated. It's on Steam, kind of sick. Love it. Very fun, little weird game. That kind of controls like ass, to be honest. Not like playing it a couple years ago, kind of controls like dog shit. However, I was a dumb kid back then, and I'm a dumb adult now. So it's kind of clean. Big fan.
Yeah, sounds fun. I think I want to do. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do Pac-Man World 2. This is another one of those games like Frogger's Quest that I don't think is actually that good,
What
but I
is it
have a lot of
called?
good memories of it. Pac-Man World 2. Um,
What?
yeah, that one. That one. Definitely not whatever the hell that bottom left one is. So Pac-Man World 2 is like a 3D Pac-Man game. Um, but it is it's like really fun, and then you hit a certain wall called the lava world, and everything becomes a nightmare. As an adult, I have not been able to beat the boss of that world, and I think there's 2 or 3 worlds afterwards. But up until that point, it's really fun. A lot of good memories of that as a kid, um, and it's a good time. Pac-Man's kind of cute in it, like he's just a fun little guy, um, doing weird little things. The ghosts have all have got different characters. Um, it's just a fun time.
There's there's one Zelda game. Eric has this one, A
I've
Link
got Link
Between
Between
Worlds.
Worlds.
I don't really fuck with Zelda.
I'm also considering putting another one on, but I don't know if I'll put it on there.
Um, right. Okay. I I don't know how spicy I want to go. Because there's one I kind of really want to put on the list, even though I've only played like 20 hours of it. Because I've had enough fun in it. Eric, should I put it on the list? Because you'll like the pick.
Start typing it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that deserves. I think that might go on my list too.
Boomen is fucking sick. Okay, Boomen is so much fun. I had thought about putting Phasmophobia on this list because I've had so much fun with it. However, the problem is Phasmophobia nowadays is kind of fucking It's really not anything. It was fun because it was neat when it came out. Now there's just like better versions in like Demonologist. Boomen though is so fucking fun. You are a team of robbers who are going in to steal specific things from a house. However, there's an there's an evil demon slash spirit slash awful monster in the house, and you are only safe in the light. And the problem is, if you're when you like you only have a certain amount of lights, and the generator ticks down as you do it. So like the breaker will go off and all the lights will shut off, and you have to run to the breaker. And the moment you're in the dark, you're fucked. The monster's coming for you. All of the monsters, unlike in Phasmophobia, all the different ghosts feel completely different. They play Cynthia's horrifying, especially when you have like 6 of them. It's a horrifying game. I have played only like probably 20 hours with the boys, I think. But I mean, Eric, hasn't it been a great time? Hasn't it been amazing?
Oh my god, it's been so incredible. I think it's got to go on my list too.
Yes.
It's such a creative take on the Phasmo genre. It's just a goofy good time. And it gets legitimately scary at times too when you get your friends picked off and you're looking for you're looking for the little man to go rescue your friends. I don't even know what they're actually called. We always just call the little man. God, that game is just so fun. And it gets so chaotic when you're like, oh, let's just put like 5 random ghosts and see what happens.
Yeah, fuck
when you
it.
play on like the liminal space map,
Yeah.
God, that map is such a nightmare. Or the clown map. Oh man.
Yeah, that was pretty
I
tough.
think if there's one thing I would improve about the game, other than like more maps, just because more maps, like that's an easy one for every game.
Yeah.
Would be they should make the glow sticks a default ability so that it frees up every other ability. Because there's no reason to use any other ability in the game other than glow
You're talking about the
sticks.
flares. You're talking about the flares.
Yeah, flares. Yeah,
It is
right.
the
'Cause you
best
hold the
ability
glow
by
sticks.
far.
Like it should just be a default ability in the game so that you are free to use other abilities because it's so good. There's just no reason to use any other one.
I completely agree. It is basically needed to play. It's very important. But no, I respect that it's on there. It's really good. Spyro's also not making my list. I love
Not making
Spyro.
mine either.
I played a lot of Spyro as a kid. It's not making it though. Sorry. I love it, but it's not happening. This is a game I've talked about a lot, and it's mainly in respect to another game. Jaws Unleashed is fucking awesome. This game is amazing. There is a spiritual successor called Manhunter. I have 100% of that game, and let me tell you, it is nowhere near as good as Jaws Unleashed. The combat in Manhunter is click. Just click a shit ton and win. In Jaws Unleashed, you're actually like swinging around opponents to like rip pieces off of them. The gore goes so hard. It's really fun. Jaws Unleashed, being a shark and just doing fucking insane shark things. This game is fucking awesome. I love Jaws Unleashed. We will stream it at some point. Just amazing. Incredible game. It'd be weird not to have. I would like if I remembered this game and then was like, oh, I didn't fucking put it on the list, I would be upset at myself.
Yeah, that's PS2 era, right?
Yeah, it's a PS2 game.
I think that era just has so many good games in it.
Oh, it's incredible.
So many classics. I want to put, I think, a bit more of a modern game. That's kind of a weird indie game. I don't have a lot of hours in it, but it really hit me at a good time. Was World of Horror. So the concept, I hate you. No. Yeah, that middle one. So this game is basically you're basically playing through a Junji Ito story. And I found out about it shortly after I got into Junji Ito, which is basically as I've discussed with you, Ben, the only real manga I like.
Yep,
And
fair.
apparently there's not much else worth it if I want that kind of manga.
We've told you no horror and manga is really bad. However, if you want slop, there's a lot of slop.
um, and it's just really fun. It gets a bit repetitive after a while if you don't unlock the cars. I played it from early on, so it's tough for me to play it now just because I know how the stories go. Um, and so it's hard for me to want to unlock the extra content because I played so much of it early on when there wasn't a whole lot of the content, which feels weird to say, but it's one of those games I'm going to come back to at some point and unlock everything in. 'Cause it's really fun. All the different there's a bunch of different characters you can start off as, and there's like each mystery usually has at least two ways it can resolve. I think the most they can do is four or five. But you got to meet the certain conditions for it, and the game doesn't tell you what those conditions are, so it's fun trying to figure them out. Um, Plus, there's a little dog that runs a shop that you can boot the snoot of, and he barks, and I think that's great.
I think that's fair. I think that's a valid reason. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of the game. Seems cool. Um, but no, I respect that. I respect. Um, the original Red Dead Redemption. I think 2 is amazing. I've actually played a shit ton of 2. I have not beat 2, but I did a bunch of streams in it, and it's really fun. Um, Red Dead Redemption 1 has a special place in my heart. Story, amazing. Gameplay's amazing. The DLC, Undead Nightmare, is fucking awesome. Incredible. The fact that they turned the whole game into a zombie apocalypse is awesome. It's so much fun. But the main story is great. The multiplayer is so much fun. I remember me and my friends had one time where we just spent multiple hours fighting against another group of players over just some mansion in the middle of nowhere. One side would take over the mansion, and then the other side would like just charge at the mansion until they won, and then the sides would switch. And there was no game mode. It was just in free play, just running around doing it. It's so much fun. There's also I will never forget the cougar cabin in the middle of the snowy woods in a mountain, where if you go in there, cougars just don't stop spawning. And playing that and hiding in the house with my friends as cougars circled around and jumped at the windows and shit was so much fun. Uh, just an amazing game. Incredible.
Yeah, it's one of those games I'm surprised I've never played. Because I love me some cowboys, and I love the Undead Nightmare seems awesome to me.
It's incredible.
Um,
It has a bunch of camp in it too that you.
yeah. It's a game I need to get around to playing. I've played the second one in it. I actually am thinking of putting it on the list. I think it's an incredible game. But my hesitation was I haven't beaten it, and I'm kind of in a similar boat. Um, but I am considering putting the second one on. For now, though, I think I want to go with this is going to be a controversial take for the Zelda fans, but Phantom Hourglass, and it's not. It's another one where I don't think it's that good of a Zelda game, but it was a really good game for me as a kid. Not whatever the hell that is. Um, so Phantom Hourglass was like you got to
This one?
explore a world via boat. Yeah. It was on the DS. And they made some clever use of it. Like there was one puzzle that took me a while to figure out as a kid. Where you had to stamp something. You had to like stamp a map on another map. And to do it, you had
Yeah.
to actually close your DS to like put it in sleep mode and then open it back up. Which I thought was really clever and fun. And you could customize your boat, put different weapons on it and stuff. Um, Different parts on it. It was just like it was a fun time. That was actually my first Zelda game. Was Phantom Hourglass. So I think it's got a special place in my heart because of that.
I want to say it's really fucked up having to type out the names because I just had a game on my mind and I was like, yes, that game's so fucking good. And then I had to type in Phantom Hourglass and I've lost it. I have no clue what game I was thinking of. And I was like, this game's sick. Like, awesome. Oh my god. It goes so hard. And now I'm like, fuck, man. It's not real. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck, man? It was so okay, I remember. I remember. We're good. We're good. We're good. Skate 3. I mean, it's fucking incredible. It's amazing. The actual skating in this game is awesome. Really fun to just play and mess around. Playing with friends and like trying to outscore each other is really fun. Amazing game. What I'm about to say, I don't want to detract from the actual game because Skate 3 is incredible. Really fun. However, Hall of Meat mode goes so fucking crazy. That shit is so good.
What's Hall of Meat?
Basically, you and your friends take turns from a specific spot trying to do as much damage to your player character as possible. So it'll spawn you up top of like a giant ramp, and you've got to fling yourself off the ramp. You can drop your board to do a bunch of like crazy things, like spin in a like a like a drill towards the ground, and your whole goal, it like has X-ray of your bones breaking. Your whole goal is to do as much damage to yourself as possible to earn points. It's incredible. One of the best game modes of all time. So much fun was had in Hall of Meat. This game is incredible.
That honestly makes me want to play that game solely for that mode. That sounds like a lot of fun.
New skate game finally got announced and it looks good.
Cool. There was one, I don't know if it was a Tony Hawk game. It was like, I had a demo disc of a bunch of PS2 games, and I had a skateboarding game on it that I wasn't very good at, but I would play it until the demo ran out, like, over and over and over again, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. But it was fun for that, like, 20 minutes the demo ran for.
Sick.
I think I'm going to take one from much earlier on your list again, because I was thinking about it more. Burnout 3 Takedown. I mean, we talked about it when you had it, but this game is permanently changed, permanently molded how I play racing games.
It has.
To the point where I've only recently started breaking free of it. So
great
for
at
reference,
breaking free too. Doing
yes. For reference, you know, if you haven't played Burnout, it's very focused on smashing into other cars and destroying them. Kind of like that's what made me think of it. Actually, was you mentioning the Hall of Meat thing, because there's the crash mode where you're just all about creating as much damage as possible. And yeah, so it's made me when I started playing like karting and stuff with Ben and Trent. I was so used to like playing like that, and when I'm not playing like a Mario Kart game, that I would just smash my cart into theirs and just be an asshole when we were driving.
He was an asshole. This is true.
So it's just like, this is how you race. This is how you do it. And it's taken me a few years to be like, it's not how you do it. You just drive with each other. You try not to hit each other.
The first couple of races, it was difficult. It was difficult getting around the freak. Now he just races well and it's fun. But he was a monster. No doubt about it. Okay, what do I want to put on here? Right. Let's see. I think there's a lot of things I could put on here. I think I am gonna do that, Josh. It's 2 words. War Thunder. Look, this game is microtransaction paid hell once you get to higher ranks. But in the beginning ranks, tiers like 1 and 2, so fucking fun, man. This game is so fun to hop on with the boys and just go crazy. There's not really a game mode I dislike. I weirdly enough, as much as I've talked about naval combat, I don't really super care about the PT boats. I still have a lot of fun with them because you're in PT boats until like rank 2. But tanks and planes are so good, man. It's so much fun to mess around. Going crazy and like popping off in this game is so good. Playing as a team player is sick. Running the first French bomber that looks like it's made out of cardboard. It basically is, because if you get shot, you die. But it carries an obscene amount of bombs, so you get to an enemy base and just insta-kill it is sick. There's so much fun in this game to be had. The problem is it is paid hell the moment you get to higher teams. Um, it is obscene amounts of fun in the beginning though.
I've never played War Thunder. I always kind of stuck away from it because it seemed like a very microtransaction game, but it did seem also kind of intriguing.
It is very fun.
Okay, I want to do Cuphead. Um, this is another game I have not beaten, but not for lack of trying. Um, I just the art style is great. I mean, there's nothing you can't like. There's just nothing wrong with the art style. It's incredible. It's amazing that they hand drew so much of it. And it's very creative, very fun, very challenging, and really puts your skills to test as a player. Um, yeah.
Okay, I think it's fair. I think this game has always looked cool. I've never played it, but it always looks really sick. Um, Red Faction Gorilla. Um, amazingly fun. Has incredible destruction for its time. I have played a little bit of the third game, but I really didn't get into it. I only played like maybe an hour. Never played the first game, but Red Faction Gorilla goes so fucking hard. You're on Mars, uh, working for a mining corp when I think they kill your brother, and you have to, um, get around. You have to take revenge, and you start slowly liberating Mars, and it's fucking sick. It's awesome. Destruction's really fun. The collectibles kind of suck ass because there's so many, but the weapons are fun. All of it is great. Design is cool. Really good game. Love it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for my next one with Mortal Kombat 11. Um, I feel like I've got to have a Mortal Kombat game on here because I did get very into it for a while. Um, and they're just very fun games. The brutality is great. I think it hits the level where it's not. I think it's just I'm desensitized to it. It could be much more upsetting than it is. It's mostly just fun how over the top it is. Plus, you have RoboCop in the game, and that's just awesome. Um, any game with RoboCop is immediately at least 2% better. I'd like to give a much bigger number, but I'm sure that there are awful games that for some reason have RoboCop in them, so I can't in good faith do that. But it's a great game. I want to play it more with other people. But I'm at that kind of awkward skill level where I can't really introduce other people to it because I'll just kick their ass. But I'm not good enough to like play it competitively in any sense of the term. So I don't play it online or anything. But whenever I play it, whenever I have the yearning just to play something like that, I'll usually play that or Injustice. But I find that level of combos to be very fun.
I think it's fair. I want to get into it someday. Haven't yet, but it does seem fun. I want to get into fighting games at some. Fair choice. I I keep forgetting what I was about to put on the list, man. This is insane. Like I don't get it. How do I forget this shit? It's baffling.
I've never played it, but it's a good one.
You are right, Josh. I think that is one of the ones I was thinking of earlier. But the problem is I gotta figure out which one that I actually played the most of. I don't think it was that one. I swear it starts with like
Nope.
Not that. I think it's the one I have on Steam. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, we're good. It does start with an R. Worms Revolution. It's fucking sick. Worms is so much fun with friends. I've had an amazing time playing this with friends. It's such a good time. There are so many times where you just kill yourself in this game, through all the fault of your own. Only you are to blame, but it's so good. It's such a great time. I adore it, man. There's not much to be said about Worms. There's so many fun weapons. The maps are great. Genuinely amazing.
Yeah, I always wanted to get into Worms. It seems like a very fun series to play, especially with buddies.
It is. It is.
Okay, I think I want to go with. Yeah, I was kind of debating putting this on the list, but I'm gonna put it on Pokemon Platinum. Um, at the time, I didn't really like it. Admittedly, I was a little disappointed by it because I found it too easy at the time. In other words, I actually had a functioning brain cell and could beat a game instead of just not beating it like I would do with earlier Pokemon games. I think Platinum is a really solid game. It's really fun. I think they still got the right. They expanded it in the right way from like the third gen. I think third gen is probably still my favorite. But I think Platinum was just really good. Everything with like Giratina was pretty cool. Um, yes, Platinum was neat.
I think that's fair. I think Platinum's a strong choice. Um, very, very fair. I think I am gonna break my rule a little bit because I was like, it has to be fun now. But there are 100 games is a lot. There's a lot of games where
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like, I really
I'm
like
I'm hitting
that.
the point where some of these are stretching.
Yeah, and it's like at this point, it's like, what games do I have such fond memories? And I'm about to pull out a fucking insane thing that literally no one except me has ever played. I think I'm the one guy who has played this video game.
I can't say
Wrath
I've heard of it.
Unleashed. This game is fucking weird, okay? Now, I haven't played this in so long, but I still remember this game constantly. I remember the name of it. Wrath Unleashed, and I swear I'm the only one who's ever played this. It is okay, so you're playing chess kind of. Like it's a hex-based turn-based strategy game where you control a faction who has a bunch of like monsters and you move them around. And if you attack another square with an enemy monster, it becomes a fucking fighting game. You one-on-one the enemy monster in a fighting game. It's fucking insane. It's so weird. It's fucking crazy. I love this game. It's so dumb. I don't get it. The monster designs were cool. All the factions were unique. Really cool, man. I love this game. I'm begging Mandalore to make a video about it.
That sounds wild.
It's insane. I will stream this game one day because it's fucking awesome.
Um, you know what? Yeah, do I want to put this one? I'll put on Star Wars Jedi Power Battles, kind of in a similar vein to your pick. Um, None of these power battles. Although we did have Jedi Starfighters, and we're enjoying that. Yeah, that one. So the story is you're playing through Phantom Menace, but it's a brutally hard arcade game where it's like a beat 'em up, but like the platforming is kind of ass. It's there and it kind of sucks, but it is. I had a lot of. I remember playing the crap out of this with my dad. And we could never get past the second level because he had to like protect Jar Jar Banks. And I replayed it a few years ago, and I was able to get, I think, to like the second to last level, if not beat it. I'm trying to replay it right now, and I'm stuck on a certain boss, like 3 levels in, I think. Um, but it's a very fun game once you actually kind of get how it works. You do a bit of research and like, okay, this is how I do different force moves and stuff. Um, Plus, it made me love Plo Koon because he had a yellow lightsaber in that game and it was cool, and they made it not canon that he had a yellow lightsaber. I mean, I guess the recompense that they gave Mace Windu a purple lightsaber, and in that game, because it was pre-Attack of the Clones, he had a blue lightsaber. And Adi Gallia had a red lightsaber for some reason. But I still prefer Plo Koon with a yellow lightsaber, and that's my go-to saber color in a lot of games now.
I think it's fair. I think yellow's a cool color, and you've told me a lot about this game. One day I will play it. Yes.
What?
I told you I broke my seal of games that I've played recently, and now I'm throwing out the games from my childhood that I want to play more of. Future Cop LAPD is fucking crazy. Okay, it's kind of like a third-ish top-down shooter where you're in a mech. And it's kind of also, I think, like a MOBA in the, at least in the
What?
PvP. And it's crazy. I have so many fond memories of playing this game against my brother, and I think there was this giant airship you could call in, and it would make this horrifying sound. And if you called it in, it was basically a win. It was awesome. This game is a weird like tower defense MOBA top-down shooter thing. I love this game. I have so many good memories of playing this. Amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like a wild one. If you wanted to check it out. Jeez. Yeah, I was thinking about this one. I guess I'll put it on too. So this is a much more recent game for me, and I feel like I just got to acknowledge how good it is. It's Pokemon Black 2. I was hating on this game for a while.
I remember the GroupMe discussion where I was like, "You guys are fucking insane."
And I finally played it. I haven't beaten it. I got to a point where I need to actually grind, which is impressive. It tells me that the Pokemon was actually still trying at that point in time, which I had assumed they had stopped.
No, they stopped after Black 2 and White 2.
Yeah, I've since learned that. And I do want to actually beat it. I just need to figure out where my charger is. I've lost it again. Two, I need to get past the Dragon Gym. I'm stuck on that. I don't have any good Pokemon for it, so I'm grinding outside it. I don't know if there's a better place to grind other than like under the bridge nearby it, but that's where I'm stuck right now. And I do not enjoy grinding. I know you love it, Ben. It's never been for me. And so I'm at a bit of a wall in that game. But I've got to acknowledge they did a really good job with it. They still had really creative Pokemon in it. The story from what I've read with it has been pretty entertaining, at least for a Pokemon game. Like the team actually feels intimidating and not just nonsense. Like I hate the Alola team where it's like we're just fashion punks, or the Galar team where it's like we're just sports punks. Like what the fuck are you? They're supposed to be bad. They're supposed to be evil bad guys that I'm stopping. I'm supposed to be saving the day. But whatever. Point is, Black 2, I need to acknowledge, is actually an incredible game, and I was wrong for sleeping on it, and for even for getting on it, I did.
Let's go! We did it! That's big. That's big. That's a character development one. We love that. Oh, you fucking bastard! What was I just thinking of?
You gotta write them down, man. I've got my notepad next to me.
Oh my god. That's so fucked. I'll put in this one. Oh, I'm not even spelling it right.
Oh, sorry if you might get the sound of this really obnoxious car parking outside my window, and I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry.
I can't hear it. Jurassic World Evolution. I mean, it's just a zoo builder, very simplistic. Like not a lot of strategy, not a lot of difficulty. Very simple. But boy is it fucking fun. I really like it. It's a very fun dinosaur park builder. The stuff you can do is pretty neat. The hunting system is really cool. I played 2 a little bit when it first came out, and I was like, this needs work, and never got back to it. But 1, I love it. I use it as basically a screensaver sometimes, where I just have my park running, and just do other stuff. Really fun game. Big fan.
I could definitely see that being entertaining. Just going to do a dinosaur zoo. I mean, that's pretty cool. Can they like break out and run around if you don't manage them correctly?
Yeah. There's like 3 factions in the game, and if depending on because you do missions and it makes a faction happy, and then it makes the other, like another faction, unhappy. And when they're
Mhm.
unhappy, they will sabotage your park. Like opening all the gates, letting all the dinosaurs out
That's awesome.
constantly. A constant thing that happens is they let the dinosaurs out. It's fucked up. Um, and you gotta go fix it as they're fucking eating people. It's fucking crazy. But no, it's sick. It's really awesome. Feel better, Trent.
Um, so I was kind of sticking with this one, keeping this one off my list as a bit of a chip on my shoulder, and I got to take it off. I think I've got to put Fallout New Vegas on the list. So I love all the modern Fallout games. I think I know everybody says New Vegas is the best one, and objectively it probably is. I have problems with it, but it is an incredible game. Um, and I still remember the first time I played it was at a buddy's house. I remember him like he brought it up to the school bus at school. He was like, "Look at this crazy game I got." I was like, "Whoa!" I just thought it was the coolest thing. Like, for some reason, what really attracted me to it at the time was the fact that I could gamble in a game. It seemed so adult and so cool. So I remember we beelined getting to Vegas. Like, I'm pretty positive we went through like the Cazadors and the Death Claws somehow because we did not go all the way around. We did not go to Nipton. We did not go to Novak. We just went straight to Vegas, and I still don't know how we managed to do that when we both sucked ass. Um, but we did. And then the first time I actually played it on my own, I also did the same thing again. I think I actually went to Novak this time, but like because I just wanted to go to Vegas, I just skipped basically the whole first act of the game and just went straight to the Tops Casino. I was like, "Oh, that's a cool casino. I want to go in there." Uh, but I think it's a testament to the game. The fact that you could do that and have a completely different experience. Like for years, I didn't really know. Like, oh yeah, you're supposed to be tracking Benny down, and there's like a whole plot for that. Because I was just like, I just want to get to Vegas. Like the game's called New Vegas. I gotta get to Vegas.
Gotta get to
Um,
Vegas.
like I think there's some problems with replay. Like with replayability in that game, I don't find it as fun to replay as I find Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, even though I think it is probably, again, objectively the stronger game. But also, all the DLCs I've played for it have been incredible. I know people have different thoughts on Honest Hearts and Dead Money, but I think the Dead Money story is so solid that it makes up for some of the very frustrating bits of gameplay. Um, and I'm very excited for what we see with Fallout Season 2, which is supposed to be set in Vegas or around it or something. So, yeah.
I'll take that. Look, I like New Vegas. The reason it's not making my list is just because I do not think it's fun to explore or replay. I don't think
Totally
it's as good
valid.
to replay as the
That's
other one.
that's what was keeping it off my list for a bit.
Okay, before I forget, I need to put this on. Okay? Because I've remembered it. Turok Evolution, okay? This is a fucking fire game. You I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever made it that far into this game. And it's because this was my car ride game. We would hook up
Oh, that's a
a,
good game.
TV and a PlayStation on long car rides, and I would play this game. Uh it was the PS2 and a TV and a like a 6 hour drive and Turok. And it was fucking sick. Every car ride, I'd be like, oh, time to start a new save file. So I never really got in. But I remember vividly playing this, having so much fun fighting the monsters, playing the 2 player mode, not with anybody, but playing specifically on the map where a bunch of raptors spawn and fighting the raptors. It was awesome. You spawn with an axe and you spawn next to a bunch of sauropods, like big dinosaurs, and they don't really attack you, but you can kill them. And it takes a fucking long time with like a stone axe, but boy did I do it every single time. It's awesome. Love this game.
I always wanted to do that with my PS2, but it was like the family PS2. So I never had the courage to ask my dad, "Hey, Dad, can we go and put it in the car?" And I also thought he probably wouldn't approve of it. But I always wanted to do that in the car. It seemed like fun.
Hey,
Um,
it was worth it. I went hard with that.
okay, I think I want to go with another game. This is specifically a modded version of the game. that I disliked from when I heard about it, when I learned it existed. I disliked when I looked into the characters, and I disliked when I initially played it. But now I'm playing with a mod on. I actually really love it, and that's Twisted Metal 4.
Let's
Because I've been on a
go.
Twisted Metal streak over the past 2 years. Now, this is very specifically with the Pedro's mod installed. I think it overhauls the game and makes it so much better. I would not play Twisted Metal 4 base. I've done it once. I've beaten it once with the Joneses, and it was completely mediocre to not fun. And a large part of that was the boss at the end of every level, the massive amount of health the cars have, and how just slow the combat is, which is what you want in a Twisted Metal game. You want fast, high octane action, which is why the first game was called High Octane for a while.
Yeah, but the maps go hard.
The maps are mostly pretty good. The one exception is Road Rage. Road Rage sucks, and Minions Maze also kind of sucks. But they're still they could be worse. They could be Holland from Twisted Metal 2, and they're not. I will give it this. Every single one of those maps is very creative, and they clearly put their a lot of interesting stuff into it. But with Pedro's mod installed, it makes it so much faster gameplay, so much deadlier. All the specials are better. So yeah, I feel like I want to put it on there.
Fair childhood game. I respect it. What the hell was I just gonna put? You gotta stop doing. It's you. You're the problem. Um, I I can't not put it on here. Mountain Blade Warband. Really fun game. Uh, you spawn in as a dude, and it's just an open-ended RPG sandbox of medieval times with a bunch of like in a wacky world of there's like Vikings and uh like Middle Eastern like horse riders, like horse cavalry guys. It's really fun. The game itself is really sick, slowly building up either your band of mercenaries or joining a faction or starting out your own. Really fun. Napoleonic Wars, the DLC for this had such fun multiplayer of just like being in the Napoleonic Wars and having it go fucking crazy and chaos with cannons and fucking muskets and seeing your friend pop in front of you. It's so good. The modding scene for this game is amazing. The Star Wars mod, Lord of the Rings mod, all of those were great. Just an amazing game that I've put so much time into.
I think for my next one, I want to go with Last Stand Union City. So this was like the sequel to Last Stand 2. And I remember at the beginning, I was kind of disappointed because it was a very different game. And then I started playing it, and I really enjoyed it. It's basically Last Stand's like movement kind of, but you're in an open world. It's like a side scroller, and it's RPG elements, like lock picking and stat buffs and stuff. The story is pretty standard. It's not like nothing that blows you out of the water, but it was really impressive for me at the time because it was like a multi-hour long flash game. Like this was something you spent a lot of time just walking through. I own this Last Name collection on Steam. I replay it. But I remember just really enjoying this game, beating it like I think 2 or 3 times. I want to say it's a long game, um, but it is a lot of fun.
No, I love Last Stand. Played it a bunch as a kid. It was just like a great time. Like, I still don't think any Flash games, but I think it was great.
Oh my god, this was another one that seemed so cool to me as a kid, and I never got.
Thrillville off the rails. Kind of like a shittier roller coaster tycoon, except you were walking around the park too and riding all the rides and playing mini games. It was so much fun, man. Such a great time doing all the crazy shit. You felt like a kid at the theme park of your dreams of like making it all. It's such a great time. Amazing game. I don't think I ever played the first one, but I played the shit out of this one. It's so much fun.
Okay, can you do? God, I'm running low, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, put Red Dead 2 on there. I think I'm not gonna say I'm the most passionate Red Dead 2 player, but I think it is an incredible game. The attention to detail, it just shines throughout it. The story is fantastic. The gunplay is really fun. It's really cool. Like it's just it's so cool having a game where you can explore the old west and do what you want to do. Like it's just I don't know if there's another game that quite hits that same level. Like that's not the other like the first Red Dead, which again I haven't played. But like I just don't know another game where you can kind of get that vibe. Yeah.
No, I think that's fair. I think I really like this game. The only reason it's not on my list is because they fucked the online.
See, that's fair.
Uh,
I don't care about online with these kind of games, so it doesn't affect me. But I totally get it. For everything you said,
I
it's a good nightmare.
I just love playing Rockstar games online with the boys, and it's so disappointing that you basically had. But I do think it's a fair show. I'm gonna go for a niche game that Josh might be happy to see. Conquest of Elysium 5. Um, this game's awesome. It's a honestly, I don't even play it like how it's meant to be played as like a real strategy. I play it as a big sandbox, conquer the like the pre-generated world or the randomly generated world. Um, and I just throw on the bystander mod, either play one of the many factions, um, or play a modded faction of which there's a shit ton. You can play the fucking Imperial Guard in this game if you download the mod. Um, it's just a lot of fun. You choose a faction, uh, and you just go to town. You fight all the random monsters. There's like 8 planes of existence. You can go to the void, and basically instantly die because you can't move, and be tormented by horrors. As a necromancer, you're going insane from raising the dead, and you have to defeat that. There's so much fun stuff and progression for each faction. There's so much fun stuff to do. The rituals are great. The lore is really fun of every character having every like different unit having its lore splurge. It has kind of like D&D combat except you don't control anything. You just build an army um and send it around and the battle's auto. It doesn't have good graphic. It's all sprite based, very basic, made by like one man. But boy, is it incredible! It's just somebody making the game that they love, and I also love it because it's a fun sandbox to mess around. I don't super fuck with Dominions as much because I'm just not as good at that game. But Conquest of Elysium is just so much fun.
This was the one you were telling me about with the like the Spartan giants, right?
That's Dominions. It's the same world.
Oh, okay, okay,
Kind of. Kind of. Not really. It's not really the same world, but it's kind of the same.
gotcha.
Uh, but it's the same developer.
Okay,
It's just one is like a big turn-based. Well, they're both turn-based strategy. But like one is more in depth with like recruiting certain units and like doing rituals and stuff, and the other is a giant strategy where you're controlling like armies of hundreds.
all right. I
But
think
it's the
that's
same
reminding me
system.
of. Gotcha. It's reminding you of a similar game, equally strategic. I don't play many strategy games, but this one really struck home for me. That's a Goat Simulator.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to get you off guard with that.
Okay.
So I think it's not a good game. Like, let's be upfront
Oh,
with it. It's a jank piece of crap. But
I've
I played a
played it
lot
and
of it
it's kind of
on
fun,
on
but like
an
it's
iPad.
not amazing.
I don't think I enjoy it nowadays, but I enjoyed it a lot back when it came out. And I'm running out of games that I can think of for this list that I can put on in good faith, and I feel like this is one I can put on there and be like,
Fuck.
okay, I get it.
Okay. I think it's fair. No, I really don't. I've played this. It's not great. It's not
I
great.
just played a lot of it, and I remember having a lot of fun with it.
I think that's fair. I mean, I don't I think it was fun when I was playing it for the one stream I did, and we'll probably go back and play more of it. But I can't, in good faith, put it anywhere near top 100.
Yeah, God, I wish I could put this game on mine.
Which one is the? It's this one. It's this one. This one's the This one's. This one's the one with. Okay, it's what? Which one is the one that had the your like dad gets attacked by wolves? Okay.
I think that's both of them. You mean the one where he dies?
Yeah. The
That's
2013
the
or 2011.
second. I think that's
2013.
2013. It's the second one where the dad dies. The first one, the son dies.
Yeah. Mandalore has some great videos on these games. They're insane. My mother when I was a kid, used to work at Cabela's, so she would bring me home the games, and I would play the shit out of them. So I played a bunch of Cabela's games, and this is just one of the fucking craziest. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013 is so much fun. So weird and whack and fucking baffling that a hunting company would like make. But boy, is it stupid fun. A big fan. Love it. Weird, wacky, zany, fucking insane, but boy, is it a great time.
Yeah, this is a game I want to play because it seems very up my alley in terms of nonsense plot, and I just love that.
I can't not have a Cabela's game because I played so many of them.
Okay, more recent game. I'm gonna put RoboCop Rogue City. Um, it's like Dying Light. It's a very good. It's a really good double A game. Um, but it nails the feeling of being RoboCop so well because you're just this slow moving tank. You can soak up so much gunfire, and you dish out so much damage. But it's offset by you being so slow, and not like in a painful way for the most part. Especially when you get the dash later on, that lets you move a little bit. But I played this, put this to this about I think 1.5 times. I've gotten most of the achievements in the game. It's really fun because you got this like open world, like semi-open like hubs with different quests in them that change every time you go to them. You can like pick up bad guys, throw them at each other. You get to fight all the iconic RoboCop enemies like Ed 209 and RoboCop 2. And yeah, it's fun. I like the story you can kind of give with it with the different progressions of Murphy. It's a good time.
Fair. I think the game looks really good. I haven't played it. I don't really know much about RoboCop, but I think the game looks sick.
You need to watch the first RoboCop, Ben. It's incredible.
Counterpoint, I need to fucking remember what I was just thinking of. Okay, how about you think about that? Because I just had a game and I was like, oh yeah, oh okay, I remember. We're good. Split second. A Disney racer, but you wouldn't be able to tell. I believe this game is either published or made by Disney. Split second is fucking awesome. If you like Burnout 3, you'll like this game. The entire premise is I think you're on I think you're on a TV show. And you're racing against everybody in like a track. And it's very simple. You just race against them. However, you have a meter. You have like a power meter. And I think there's 3 or 4 levels of it. And there are things around the map that use up your meter that you can trigger. And it's meant to fuck over your opponents or create shortcuts. Like blowing up a gas station will use some of your meter. And you can, when someone's near it, you can just fucking pop it if you have enough meter. And just, it's crazy. The amount of things you can do in this game are so much fun. There's big map changing things you can do on each map. Like in the airport, you can call down a plane that like crashes in the tower, air control tower, and it changes the layout of the map. So you're racing completely differently now. It's awesome. Everything about this game is incredible, really fun. One of the most underrated racing games. Ended on a cliffhanger. Hanger. We're never getting a second. But boy, is it amazing!
That sounds pretty cool. That reminded me of a similar, well, not a similar racing game. I guarantee a significantly worse racing game, and that would be Star Wars Bombad Racing.
Oh,
Um, and this is another one where I can't put it on as a game that I think is good, but it's one that I loved as a kid. I played. So this was my Mario Kart growing up. Even though I had Crash Nitro Kart, for some reason I gravitated towards this game more. I think just because it was Star Wars. Um, and playing it now, it's hot ass. It is hilariously bad, and I get some amusement out of that now. Um, but as a kid, I unironically loved this game, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I loved how many secret passages were in it. And I remember I'm still kind of disappointed by Mario Kart. Like I was watching a video earlier today where this guy's like ranking all the Mario Kart maps from the new one, and or like the current one. I guess it's not new anymore. Um, and he's like, yeah, there's all these shortcuts. And every shortcut he's talking about is just like, you're going along the grass, you're skipping a corner. No, this is like shortcuts where it's like you're going a different route, you're going like up above an area, you're going around. I mean, it's just different. Actually, kind of like they got creative. Did they cook? Maybe. They didn't cook anything good, but they were certainly creative with it. They threw a lot of different spices in there.
I, yeah. You know what? That's fair. I think it's a little insane to put this game on because it is straight up ass. Like it's
Oh,
actually
it's a horrible game. It's a really
terrible.
bad game.
There was there,
But I loved it as a kid.
oh I think it's a bad, awful, terrible. I don't don't believe in it. I don't think there's any chance it's coming close to mine. Uh it's I mean, you made us play it, and boy did we play it. We certainly played the video game. Um but I don't think it's great.
Look, if you were me, you'd understand how fun it is to subject people to Bombad Racing. You don't play it with them; you subject them to it.
Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie for the PS2. Now, this this is a game. I
Sounds like
I
it.
I played the shit out of this game as a kid. Loved it. Had so many many fond memories of this game. It's like a shitty first person shooter, and then there's also times where you control King Kong. Uh, and it's so funny because I would play it with my father, and he would make fun of the dude with the camera so much. I think his name was like Carl or something, and he'd just be so mad at Carl because he doesn't fucking do anything. He has this dumb fucking camera, just walking around being useless, getting attacked by big bugs. Terrible, terrible character, but boy is the game stupid. Um, I don't think it probably doesn't hold up, but boy, have I played the shit out of this game. It's really fun. Yes, Josh. Yes.
Okay, so to put an actually good game on, I want to put Hotline Miami on. Um, Not a game I've played recently, but a game I remember really enjoying. Um, it's just really fun action. I don't know if the story's really that good. It's cryptic and weird, for sure. Um, which because I love the COD Zombie storyline, you think I'd immediately like that. But the gameplay is just incredible when you really get going. Like it's another game that makes you feel like you're John Wick when you really get going in this game.
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of this game, and it's really good. I think I've played a little bit of it. Real, a very fun game. I just haven't put enough time into it. Um, to really get into it, but I think it's very fair. I think it's a very fair one. I'm gonna put on a weird one.
Oh my god, it's gonna be. I need this to be the game. Oh no, this isn't the game I was thinking of, but I guess if I can find the one I was thinking of now.
Yes, wipe out in the zone. I think this is the Connect one. Oh wait, I think I have the box nut behind me. Give me a second. Oh, it's Connect. Oh, Connect Sport. Where the hell is it? I don't know where my case wipeout for the Connect is, but this is specifically for the Connect. Okay, I get it. The Connect was ass. Okay, and this game was also kind of ass. But I had so much fun playing with my family in this game. It's such a stupid game, but it's so good. It was so much fun. I love it. And to be honest, I'm running out of games.
I'm gonna have to copy that, but wipe out the game for the Wii. Because you just reminded me of that game, and that one very similarly had a blast playing this with my family as a kid. It was just very like very goofy, very fun.
Yeah, like they were bad. They were bad.
Oh yeah, no, they weren't good games. They weren't good games.
They were terrible. Games. But counterpoint, kinda went hard. Kinda was sick if you think about it. It's just one of those times where it's like, yeah, it was so obscenely fun with the family that like you can't not have it on the list because it's too much of a good time.
That reminded me of another one. I think it's gonna be my 100th.
I'm trying to think of my 100th right now, and it's really tough. Like there's too many games on this list. There's so many. The problem is there's a lot of games out there, and and it's so difficult because after this I'm gonna remember games and I'm gonna be like, damn, I wish I put that on the list because in the list. But sadly, it's too much to remember. Of like, I will probably go through games and play them and be like, yes, I remember. It went so hard, but the problem is it's just so difficult to do that and to remember them. That it's kind of it's just a lot to remember. And like there are so many good games. There's so many ass games. There's so many games that are bad, and to put them all on the list is very difficult. But there are some bangers out there. And I'm trying to decide between a few of like what I want to go on the list.
Do you think we should have an honorable mentions of just games that you couldn't put on but you think are really good?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should have that because there's a lot. I think it'd be weird if I didn't have one of these on because I do think it's important and I do love it. I played the shit out of it, and Josh will be happy. Dark Souls 2. A weird one to put on the list. A very weird one. I know people don't like Dark Souls, but I fuck hard with Dark Souls 2, okay? The enemies stop respawning after you kill them a bunch of time. My ass would go straight to the zone with those big knight dudes on the pedestals and the over the water, and I would just fight them over and over again until they stopped respawning. And then my ass would get to the end of the area, and there was an item that leveled up the area to like, I think it's like technically the prestige. Like once you beat the game and start New Game Plus, it's that. And then I would do it again. And I would do that so many times. And I had so much fun. The game is fun. I really like Dark Souls 2. I have a lot of fond memories. The most fond memories of any of Dark Souls games. I beat Dark Souls 1. To be honest, most of it was very easy in Dark Souls 1, except the final boss, because apparently you parry him to win, and I did not have the parry build, because I was using weapons that didn't parry. Uh, but I love Dark Souls 1. I love I like playing. I love Elden Ring, even though I think that game is too long. I put a lot of time into that game and didn't come close to really beating it. But Dark Souls 2 goes hard. I can't not have it.
This remind your the Wipeout reminding you of another family game from the Wii, and that's Raymond Raving Rabbids TV Party. Um, another game that's like it's specifically TV party. Yeah, that one. We played the crap out of this in my house growing up. It was basically just a collection of mini games with crude toilet humor and stuff. But they were just very fun. They were very of the era, with the rabbits just being like nonsense, annoying little guys. But you could shoot them in the face with plungers, and that was kind of fun. And it was just, we had a lot of fun playing this with my family growing up.
Oh, you know what? Fair. I think we made some good lists with 100 games. It's a lot of games.
It is a lot of games.
But I honestly think our two lists are pretty strong. I'm pretty happy with mine. I think we should do just 5 honorable mentions, not even on the list. And I think we'll do them just straight up 5 at a time. For me, Borderlands 1, I love you, but I don't think you can make it. I'm sorry. I really do enjoy Borderlands 1, but respectfully, I just don't think it can make the list for me. I think as much as I do enjoy playing it, I think the beginning is a little weak. Not as weak as Borderlands 2's beginning, but I don't think it's as it struggles to hold me. It's a big problem with Borderlands. I started, I'm like, yes, and just not enough. That's one. Killing Floor. I love Killing Floor. It couldn't make the list. Killing Floor is really fun. Great wave-based shooter. Sadly, I don't think it hits hard enough for me to get into it that much. Every time I play it though, I do have a amazing amount of fun. Vampire Survivors is amazing. It's really good. I've played it a lot for what it is. I think it's an amazing priced game. I don't think it hits my list because as much as I do love it and I think it's amazing, it can be one note at times with like there are just like the best pick every like my ass is always going garlic, holy Bible, know the deal. But amazing game. Earth Defense Force 5. I love it. I just haven't put enough time into it. I've only played like 30ish hours and I really haven't played that much. I think I left it on for a bit. But Earth Defense Force 5, amazing. I love the series. I think it's really fun. We've been having a grand time with 4.1. But just sadly haven't put enough time to really feel like it deserves a spot in my list. And number 5 is Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, the first one. Really fun anime fighting game. I think one of the first games I 100%ed on Steam. Really good. The ultimates are awesome. Fucking sick. The story mode is sick. All the boss battles are flashy and fun. Just an amazing fighting game. I've played a little bit of the second one. Haven't sunk too much time into it. I think it's just better, but I do think it deserves an honorable mention.
All right, I'm trying to think of my fifth one. Hopefully, I'll come up with it by the time I get there. But first up, Doom 2, like the original, I think is an incredible game. I Didn't grow up with it. I went to it later in life. I think it's outclassed by more modern games in a lot of ways, but it is still very fun. And I do still get a kick out of it. And all the mods that have spawned off of it, and the world, like everything that's grown up around it, is pretty incredible. So I think it deserves a mention. I just couldn't really put it on my list. So I haven't played it enough. Um, Another game I want to put on for honorable mentions that I haven't actually played, but I've watched enough playthroughs of it that I feel like I've played it, because the main entertainment value from this is just watching it, is Deadly Premonition. Um, it's just a wacky, weird game, but like very what's the word? Twin Peaks inspired. And I feel weird. I couldn't put it on the list. I've never played it, but I really, really love the weird world. I love the performances. There's so many aspects of it that I really love that I would love to be able to put it on my list, but I can't. Third up, for another D name for some reason, is Dicey Dungeon. I thought I had a lot more time in this game than I did, and that's why I didn't make the list. But it's a very fun roguelike game with like dice RPG mechanics, where it's all about like rolling d6s and stuff. It's very goofy and fun. And I wanted to put it on there, but I don't remember it well enough to say. I just remember it being really good and really enjoying it. Another game that was a child game that I couldn't quite put on the list, but I remember really enjoying, was Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Another D name game. I don't know what the theme is there or why that exists, but it does. It was like a puzzle platformer kind of game, and that was very fun. And then I guess for my fifth one, we'll put Rockman 4 minus Infinity, which is a fan mod of Mega Man 4. It was the first real Mega Man mod I played, and I still think they did an incredible job with it. Basically, they just completely redid what's one of the weaker classic series games, and redid all the bosses, like all the boss weapons and stuff. And what was really cool is when you got to the Wily stages, instead of after beating the Cossack stages, the game turned into a Metroidvania where you lost all your powers and had to recollect them instead of just doing a regular boss rush. And that was such a cool idea to me, that it just blew my mind the first time I played it. And I just felt weird playing that list. I tried replaying it recently. It's a lot harder than I remembered it being, and I had to have beaten it with save states when I played it before. So I couldn't put it on this list because of that, but it was one that was definitely in the considerations for it.
Very fair. I think some strong lists, some very strong lists. I have 5 Dynasty Warriors games on. I honestly think I think this was a good time. I think it definitely got tough in the last 20.
For sure. Yeah.
It's a lot of games to think about at a single time. Like, you could think, the problem is right now you can probably think of a bunch and you'd be like, oh, it's easy, and then you get to those last 20, you're like, fuck, man, the hell. But I honestly think these are good lists. This has been an incredible time doing a top 100. Thank you, Erik, for doing it with me.
Happy to do it. A lot of fun.
Thanks guys for stopping by. Appreciate it. It was a very fun stream to do. And thanks everyone for stopping by. You boys, enjoy the night.